Hi guys, or hi friends, I'm back. And honestly, I don't have my microphone, I don't have a good setup. You know, it is what it is. We're still gonna make this. If you hear music in the background, I'm Mexican and every weekend is a party. So that's what's going on back there. But I did want to talk about, I want to sit down and discuss about the time when I realized that I wanted more for myself. And so I don't know if that makes sense, but like moment that I wanted more, you know what I mean? I think for me, it started pretty early, when I was a child actually. So my parents were, of course, they wanted us to do good in school and stuff, but my mom and dad were never like, oh, you need straight A's, you need to go to the baddest, top-notch school, you need to be this, and that. Like, no, career path, life path for us. There was no like, you're gonna be this. No. Parents were always supportive of doing whatever we wanted to do. Like my dad, I always felt that I could dream big and I was never told not to. So let me preference that. With that being said though, like I said, my parents never were like, you're gonna go to this school, you're gonna do this and that, you're gonna major in da. No, so in school I actually had a hard time. I was in like a special education class where they would pull me from my regular class and put me in like slower course work than what the other kids in my class were learning, because I did have learning disabilities. I did not get the information like the other kids in my class. Like I could not pick it up like that. So I would go to those classes, and I think that's really honestly when it started for me, that that's when I really wanted to be to really give my fullest potential to something, to give my fullest. Really think that started for me was in school, like elementary school, and it's not to anyone's fault. My mom and dad would always, like I said, they're supportive of everything we did. It's just I had a different way of learning things and I was a little bit slower. So I was behind the class. I was behind my class, so I had to get that together, that I'm gonna give this achieving in school, like academically, I'm gonna give it my fullest exertion. I'm gonna give it all my energy. I want this so bad. Like I want this so bad, and I'm gonna give every ounce of myself to that thing. I basically graduated the course. So once I got into middle school, like I was in normal, like the whole day, the normal classes, and I was just so proud of myself. And that was such a big milestone for me, for myself, because I knew how far I had come. I went from reading second grade level to now taking honors classes, honors courses in high school and middle school. And I know those are things that I did not pursue. Like I didn't go with the school route and stuff, but I think that's like really, honestly, when I'm thinking about it, that's the moment that I realized that I want more, and whatever it is that I'm doing, I'm going to give it my fullest potential. I'm gonna exert my fullest self into that, and I'm gonna die for it. Like I'm gonna go for it. Like there's that behavior started then, I think, because giving your fullest potential to making yourself a better you, it requires certain behaviors, certain things. Behaviors are things that you do over and over again. And I think that's when it started, was in that moment when I was a little girl left behind, like academically, and felt embarrassed. And I also felt like devastated, and just I wanted it so bad. Like I wanted to do well in school so bad, and I eventually I did. I made it happen. And when I was able to do that, it kind of made me more confident, and that competent and confident. So with that being said, but whatever it is that I'm pursuing, I want to give it my all, and I want to be able to get their all. And that's like something that, like what I'm doing right now with this YouTube, with the personal training journey that I want to go through. If something is interesting to me, whatever that is, I want to give it my fullest potential, my fullest attention. I feel so much drive and so much like alive. I feel so alive when I do those things, and that's why I'm doing this. You know, that's why I'm pursuing this, because I know I can, and I've done it before and I can do it again. And I think in this sense, it's not academics this time, and that's not something that I decided a while ago, that I'm not going to pursue college. I'm not going to pursue the academics. That's just not my path of the life that I thought it was going to be. And I'm glad that I got myself out of that pretty early on. But I'm still on this journey, and like I said, I want to give this my fullest attention, my fullest capability. That's how I know that I wanted more. I think, yeah, like I said, like as a child, that's when I realized, yeah, I want more out of this life. I don't want to just live like with no passion, no nothing. I want to give it my fullest passion.